Hey YouTubers, Grimmy Dragon here, and once again it's review time, and today we are taking a look at the Transformers Collectors Club Double Pretender Megatron. Yes, the next wave of the Transformers subscription service 5.0 is finally here, and we're getting both Double Pretenders in one package. So I'm going to be taking a look at the first grouping here. That would be Megatron. As you can see, the Pretender itself is a repaint of Grand from Grand Maximus. Well, at least a Pretender shell for Grand. And it is looking quite nice. And it is in G1 Megatron colors. As you can see, you got the like the gray boots with the black on one side, the red on the inside. You got the gray and red and black on the midsection. It has a black helmet similar to the comics, with a little bit of gray on the back of it, and a white face with yellow eyes, and a nice Decepticon symbol right on the front. All in all, this looks pretty good. Now, being a G1 Pretender shell, the only articulation is in the shoulders, and it's just forward back. So, it's very simple. Now, for a comparison, let's just bring in another Pretender shell, this one being from Pretender Jazz. And yeah, Jazz is actually a little shorter than this shell. Again, this was meant for like a Cerebros or Grand, whatever you want to call them. So no surprise. But for weapons, he does have a sword, which is actually from Age of Extinction Optimus, I think. I'm pretty certain this is from a movie toy. So that's as far as I can get. Whether it's not it's one I have, I'm not sure. But yeah, I think that's from a movie toy. But the sorry, a little stiff here. The gun is actually from Titan's Return Astro Train or Sentinel Prime, which is quite interesting since it's a very recent usage, like a recent mold usage. And if I do happen to be wrong about the sword, I apologize, but I'm just going by what I see and reacting as such. But in any case, we should crack this thing open and see the actual robot. So we're just gonna unpeg those, pop the top. As you can see, the two figures inside are actually coming out already. And we get the shell out of the way. And yeah, Megatron is in robot mode already, with this little clip-on piece that was just meant to hold Megatron in the Pretender shell and clip Space Warp to him, although his connection does not work very well. Okay, now it works, but it just falls off very easy. Yeah, we'll start with Space Warp, who is a repaint of, I think it's Orbiter. I can't remember his name, but he's the Minicon that came with, or Target Master that came with Cosmos. So yeah, that's fine. And it's meant to be an homage to the Collector Club's version of Astro Train, if you can't tell from the paint job. But it is in Astro Train colors. And when you transform it, yeah, it looks like a mini Astro Train. Go figure. But yeah, you can also convert it into a weapon mode, which is pretty cool. And yeah, Megatron can hold him, as expected. Pretty cool stuff. Okay, on to Megatron himself. He is a repaint of the Legends Megatron from Thrilling 30. And it is quite a nice little repaint. You know, it's all gray with a bit of white, black face with red eyes. Let's see if we can get a close up of that face. So you can see very nice head sculpt. You got the G2 Decepticon symbol on his chest with the tiger striping, because this is supposed to be an homage to a version of Combat Hero Megatron, one that was not released. We got the purple one, we got the green regular version, but we never got this gray striped Megatron, so it's a nice touch. Nice little homage. I do like it. Just like the regular version of this mold, does have left and right at the head, ball jointed shoulders, ball jointed elbows, ball jointed hips, and hinged knees. So yeah, it has all the posability of that one. Also has his fusion cannon on the shoulder, like on the forearm, and that's on a ball joint itself. It's pretty good. So we'll just bring this down a little bit, get him in view. Now, he is also capable of holding all the Pretender's weapons, if you want to arm him up even more than he is already. But, you know, he's got that little turret on his arm, so he doesn't really need it. Now, for comparison, we'll bring in Warpath. You know, just to get that rounded out. They look pretty good, although Megatron is a better fit for this mold. Now, I'm only using Warpath because the Legends Megatron is in storage, although I do have a boxed one handy if you want to get that comparison down. So yeah, there is that. Now, before I actually get him into tank mode, I do want to touch on something real quick. And that is that this show, being a shell for Grand or like Fort Max, you can take Cerebros, get him in this configuration, which the instructions actually show putting Cerebros in the shell, but not Megatron, for whatever reason. But yeah, I'm just going to show this. You can take Cerebros, and naturally fits in there like a glove, no problems. Although it's a tight squeeze. Of course, I might not have it in proper, but that's pretty much how it goes. So in any case, let's get Megatron into his tank mode. Very simple. just flip these up here. Make sure that the forearms are properly aligned. Like that. Flip the legs out like so. Bend them inward. Rinse and repeat. And voila, we have our tank mode. And it is a nice looking tank. And I like the tiger striping, it works. It's very consistent all through the vehicle. And that's good. I like the fact that it's a very consistent paint job. Little bit robot here and there, like on those very obvious robot mode hands that are on the front of the tank turret. Or right by the tank turret, more accurately. But actually, that's pretty much it as far as obvious robot mode bits. You can't see the head. Not like you could really tell that the body is made of lead, like the body of the tank is actually made of the legs of the robot. Oops, sorry. Turret spins, which is good. And yeah, all in all, this is very solid. I do like it. And yeah, here's Warpath, just to see the differences. I like this one better. I really do. Okay, but in any case, that does it for the Collector Club Megatron. I think it is a very worthy toy to have. Love the Pretender shell. Love the inner robots. And the included Micromaster, Minicon, whatever you want to call him. And the weapons are pretty cool too. Just give me one sec. So in any case, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. And I'll see you next time. So until then, goodbye out there, whatever you are.